Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about episode 4 of Interview with the Vampire. Now, on my previous review of episode 3, I did not like that episode. Go and check out that review. However, the first 2 episodes I did like. Now, this episode here, episode 4, The Ruthless Pursuit of Blood with All a Child's Demanding. Now, that title is directly from the book and also in the 1994 movie. Now, this episode brings in Claudia. Now, we saw Claudia come in at the end of episode 3. Now, she's 14 years old. And by the end of this episode, I believe she's 19. So there's like a 5-year time jump in this episode. But this episode is really all about Claudia. And right off the bat, folks, I really did enjoy this episode. Nothing like the book. I want to be clear about that. It is nothing like the book whatsoever. But Bailey Bass, that's her name, plays Claudia. She's 19 years old, and she's playing the young Claudia here in the show. And she did a very good job. They also make this version of her vampire much more mature. Well, actually, let me go back. Let me change that. She's definitely childlike at the beginning of the episodes. She is definitely hungry for blood. And when she's actually changed by Lestat, they use the same line that was actually said in the 1994 movie. Lestat says enough and pulls his arm back. I don't remember if that's exactly in the book, but I know for a fact it was definitely in the 1994 movie. Now, the reason why Louis actually goes after Claudia is not really clear. It's not. Now, they say that he heard a voice, but, there was other people, in the buildings that were burning down. It's not exactly clear. Now, her mother did burn up in the building. But at the end of episode 3, we just see Louis coming in, and he runs to her and he says, my Claudia, my everything. It's not well established there. Now, in the book and in the 1994 movie, Louis actually feeds on Claudia. But that did not happen here in this episode right here. He just wanted to save her, and they bring her in as a daughter. That kind of thing. One thing that they did right also, Claudia sleeping in Louis' coffin. They did bring that in. But I would also mention, though, about the maturity of Claudia. She is a savage in this episode. She definitely wants to kill indiscriminately, but as time passes on, she becomes more mature. And she actually falls in love with a human. And the human does not know that she is a vampire. And she's definitely caught up in her emotions and her feelings for this human. And in that miss, she bites him and he dies. I don't remember his name because he's not a character from the book. This is a made-up character here for the show. Now, that was actually pretty good right there. And Lestat tells her, hey, this is why we can't get close to humans. But however, Louis is close to his family, and there's a lot of human interaction, but not so much in this episode. In this episode, the vampires were pretty much keeping to themselves. Except for the scene where there's actually a scene in this episode where Louis gets a phone call, and his mother passes away. He goes to the wake. Lestat and Claudia are there. That's pretty much the only human interaction, because pretty much every human interaction in this episode leads to death. Claudia goes out. She's super hungry, and she ends up killing a police officer. And Louis and Lestat are like, no, that's off limits right there. You cannot do that. But she did it anyway. Lestat takes her out for a hunt. And there's these 2 lovers in a car. Lestat said, I'll go to the other one. You go to this one. and Claudia, this is when she's younger, actually. She goes up to these people. They're making out. And then she attacks one, but she needs to learn how to attack two. She couldn't do it, so she attacks the human. And the woman runs away right into the arms of Lestat, and bam, she is dead. So I like that. I like that the vampires in this episode were less connected to humans. They were. This is a really good episode right here. Hopefully in next episode, it's going to keep getting better. I mean, episode 3, I did not like it whatsoever. But this one, I really, really did enjoy. And I think you guys would actually enjoy this too. Like I said, not faithful to the book. Definitely different. And yeah, it's pretty good. Now, the interview doesn't necessarily happen in this episode. Because Daniel, everything pretty much takes place during the day, and Louis is away sleeping. But Louis, I don't know who this guy is. His valet, I guess you can call him, gives Daniel Claudia's journals. Now, I believe those journals actually show up in another book, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly which one, but he's reading the journals, and that's where the interview per se happens. He's reading her journals. So, but good episode, guys. Good comeback from episode 3. I didn't like it. I know I got a lot of downvotes on the last episode, but I don't know what it is, man. These people are coming in. They're downvoting that particular review. They like my first 2 episodes review, and I guess they'll like this one because it was a positive and it was a good episode. And I'm going to be fair. I'm judging this on an episode by episode basis. So that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes Show fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.